Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Pastrami Nation podcast. I'm Kevin. Joining me today, Nolan, or not Nolan. I've been talking a lot to Nolan, one of the co-founders of Pastrami Nation, Mr. Jason Smith. What's going on, man?
Hey, how you guys doing?
I know you're not your brother, and I just sometimes just. It just
you got to settle for the Temu version of Nolan. Temu
now. And of course, Christian, what's going on, man? It's been a while.
Be back. Good to see you guys.
Yeah, thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for checking out the show. Like we said, it's been a while, so we're happy to be back. We're happy to be talking to you all. On today's show, we're going to be talking about Captain America, Brave New World. It's going to be fairly spoiler-free. We're not going to give away too much, but we'll kind of give some of our thoughts about it. We're also going to talk about the new Jurassic World trailer, Jurassic World Rebirth. We got that during the Super Bowl. Or it was around the Super Bowl time that it dropped. So we'll talk about that a little bit, new live action, How to Train Your Dragon. And then we'll talk a little bit about the Super Bowl. I like to hear your guys' thoughts about certain things. So we'll get into that a little bit later. But first, some housekeeping stuff. Make sure to like and subscribe. We really, really appreciate that. Wherever you're watching this, make sure to drop a like, make sure to drop comments. We love to chat with you guys. So if you guys are on, please feel free to leave comments. We love to interact with you guys. And don't forget to share with a friend. Super, super important. That's the best way to help us out here at the show. So guys, listen, I'm a big junk food guy. I don't know about you guys. We like cookies. We like Oreos, specifically Oreos, right? So this past week, I was like, you know what? I know Post Malone decided to come out with his own flavor of Oreo, right? So we got the Post Malone Oreos, right? But not only did we get the Post Malone Oreos, we had to try the Coca Cola Oreos as well.
Ooh, I didn't know those were out.
So I have to tell you guys real quick, these Posty Oreos, delicious. Like, these things are amazing. They're swirled salted caramel and shortbread flavor cream, right? Good. A little sweet, right? If you're into a little bit creamy, sweet gooiness, it's fantastic. They're great.
Less sweet if you have them with coffee.
If you have them with coffee, yes. Yeah, they're good with that. Guys, these are like a complete assault on your senses in the worst way possible. You open this package. This isn't a food show, I know that, but yeah, I if you find these on sale, I implore you to buy them, because what's incredible about these Coca Cola Oreos, you open them and they smell like Coca Cola. Like, it smells like Coca Cola. These things, they're Coca Cola flavored, but they have little popping candies inside, right? So they're like little what are they called? What's that?
Pop rocks.
Like Pop Rocks, right? Like, it looks like a regular Oreo here, but if you look in there, you got the Pop Rocks in there, right? So you're eating it, and like, you're getting assaulted as it is by the Coke flavor, and then things are just popping off in your mouth, literally. It's the most like off-putting thing I've ever eaten in my life. And I'm just going to throw this one away. I'm not even going to eat it because it's just that bad. I gave it to my nephew was here the other day. We had a big party. Oh, Eli's 18th birthday has come and went. He's not here with us today, but he's hanging out with his girlfriend. Yeah. So 18-year-old. So happy birthday to Eli. So he'll probably be back next time as an adult. He'll be back on the show as a full-grown adult. But I gave it to my nephew, and this kid normally eats anything. Like, he's a junk food fanatic. He took a bite, and his face just like this. Like, you know, you get sour face, but it's not sour face. It's like, what the hell are you doing to me? That's the kind of reaction I got with these things. So just I gotta these Posty Oreos, good stuff. Like, I enjoyed them. Good stuff. If you like, you know, buttercream, salted caramel, shortbread flavor cream, amazing. Coca Cola Oreos, don't even do it. Like I said, the only reason you want to buy them, because I'm still amazed how much it smells like Coca Cola. Like, you open the package and it smells like Coke. But anyways, that's our cookie hour, cookie corner of Pastrami Nation podcast. Nolan, what's up? It's nice to see you. Yeah, I know. Nolan. He posted his short review of the Posty Oreos. What he thought about them, and yeah, go check it out. That's just something stupid I wanted to open the show with because I thought it was very, very important for y'all to know to get the Posties, not the Coca Cola. So let's dive right into Captain America, Brave New World. So I personally, so I'm going to be completely honest with you. I feel like this movie feels like so. All right, we know obviously we have a new Captain America. Anthony Mackie's Sam Wilson is now our official Captain America in the MCU. Fantastic. So I need to start off by saying I think that's amazing. I love Sam Wilson. I think he's an amazing character. I think him getting the shield makes perfect sense, specifically in the MCU timeline. I know people keep on bringing up Bucky should have got blah, blah. No, Bucky should not have gotten it in the MCU specifically. They picked the right Captain America. So of course we got his first movie this past weekend that came out. It's supposed to kind of be his big kickoff movie to introduce a new Captain America to people who may not even seen Falcon and Winter Soldier, right? Like this is supposed to be brand new Captain America. We're introducing him to the world. So we're going to make a Captain America movie, but let's make it not a Captain America movie and let's turn it into something else completely different. I think this movie suffers from a severe identity crisis. I don't think they know what to do with this version of the character. It's his first movie. I get it. They're still trying to figure things out. But I don't feel like the MCU doesn't have the confidence that it used to have. The MCU doesn't know what to do with the characters they have now, with the characters that should be relevant. They're kind of just trying to mingle them in with characters who aren't so relevant like they did in this film. And personally, I thought it was a mess. I was kind of hoping for more of a resurgence of the MCU with this movie. I was hoping that we would see this brand new Captain America in all of his glory. And I don't feel like we got that at all. I felt like they weren't confident in what to do with him. They didn't really care much about what to do with the character himself. And I just think that it was just kind of a mess, a clunky mess. I didn't care about the villain. I didn't care about the motivations. I didn't care about anything. Like the only thing that worked for me was obviously the title character, Captain America, Sam Wilson as Captain America. But they didn't really give him much to work with. I don't feel that they gave him anything to work with. I feel like there's too much going on in the movie. I feel like there's not enough for Anthony Mackie to really dig into the character and to become the character fully. Even though he does to an extent, but I don't feel like he's able to really, really, go dive into the water and make it his own. So I was a little disappointed by it. I actually walked out of the movie legitimately kind of angry because I felt like he deserved so much better, especially for his first outing as Captain America. I feel like they failed the character. I feel like they failed what the character is, who the character is, and what he could be. That's kind of my takeaway from it. Christian, you said you saw it, right? What do you think?
I didn't hate it. Actually,
okay.
So I know, I think the consensus is like it's pretty not great, like for a lot of people, a lot of reviews.
Just real quick, I just need to say that I don't think it's a bad movie. I just don't think it's a good Captain America movie.
Right. And I mean, that's kind of how I felt about the Black Widow movie. I felt like that. I actually don't think Black Widow was a good movie either, but I think that was like a disservice to the character. With this, I see where you're coming from. I don't think that the movie is perfect, but I also think like it's not nearly as bad as some of the previous MCU movies that got worse reviews or that got better reviews. Like I don't think this is worse than Thor: Love and Thunder.
No, it's not. It's not bottom tier MCU.
Right. I mean, it's like I would say it's the top tier of the bottom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I actually was fine with it. I think there were some characters that were super underused. There were it was definitely I mean, there's a lot. I think one of the big things that they shouldn't have done was reveal the Red Hulk in the trailers.
100%. That was
That would have been such a huge, awesome surprise, like a great moment in the theater to be like, oh my God. But like it was, you're kind of just waiting for it to happen as you're watching the movie. And this isn't a spoiler. It's all over the advertising. There were things that I did like. I don't think everything worked. I really liked Harrison Ford. His performance as Thunderbolt Ross was, I thought, like pretty cool. I thought he kind of brought like a little bit of his like Harrison Ford nuance to it. Mm-hmm. It was a weird thing. You can tell there were a lot of things that were like reshoots. There was, a lot
of the Sidewinder stuff felt very.
That I think that was a character that was like really underused for me. Wait, which one was Sidewinder? Is that Juan Carlos Esposito?
Yeah. He was underused, and I still don't really quite like.
He was kind of shoehorned in like a little bit.
Yeah.
They were doing a lot. I agree. I think. But I also kind of appreciate that finally they're addressing, and again, this isn't in the trailer either, but they're finally addressing, or this isn't a spoiler because it's in the trailer also, but they're finally addressing stuff that happened in the Eternals.
That was cool. That was very cool.
Yeah, that was cool. But yeah, again, it wasn't. I think I put it above Love and Thunder. I put it above Multiverse of Madness. I wouldn't put it over Guardians 3. I loved Guardians 3. I loved Black Panther.
Oh, I loved Guardians 3. Yeah, I love Black Panther 2 also.
And then Shang-Chi. So, but yeah, I actually liked it better than the show. Like, I think I had a lot of more problems with the show. Falcon.
So let me. So do you think it's too much of a spoiler to kind of say like what the movie kind of follows as far as the MCU timeline goes? Like,
I mean, it's kind of.
I think it's public, fairly public. So, so Jason, I don't know if you. I mean, it's pretty public, but it's essentially an Incredible Hulk sequel, right? Like it finishes threads that were set up from the Incredible Hulk, and my question, my biggest problem with it was that it's like they wanted to tie that into this universe again, right? Like we've had Thunderbolt Ross, right? Like he's kind of been this ongoing thread throughout the whole series, right? To carry over from the Incredible Hulk. And of course you have the character of the Incredible Hulk. But they've really very much almost distanced themselves from that movie for a while. Like they were like, we'll kind of bring some stuff over, but for the most part, like that movie kind of doesn't really exist. Like it's part of the MCU, but it's not really
nice.
But they're like trying to bring it back into relevance again by bringing these characters that aren't necessarily, I don't feel are super relevant at all. Like they're trying to shoehorn these characters into a story to make them relevant, to make them feel relevant. So like it wasn't forgotten per se, but like I'm just very confused why they chose to use this movie as kind of their soapbox for the Incredible Hulk and be like, oh, remember this movie? Like this movie existed. Here's all the stuff from this movie that we want you to remember. Like, why are you going to give the brand new Captain America just kind of it felt like almost like he was shoehorned into this other movie. Like they couldn't figure out what to do with him. So they were like, okay, we have this other idea. Let's do this, but let's have this version of Captain America kind of be in this web of conspiracy and stuff. And then I don't even want to say this because it's not really, it's kind of spoiler-ish. But do you mind, Jason? It's not going to be huge.
No, I'm still going to see it. Yeah, go for it.
How are you going to have this movie and not have Bruce Banner?
Right.
Like it just doesn't make any sense. Like if you're going to make a sequel to the Incredible Hulk, it's so essential to his story, and you have the Ross stuff, and like you'd surely he would have been down to battle, like Ross, the Red Hulk at some point, right? Like it boggles my mind that they made this Incredible Hulk sequel as a Captain America
Incredible Hulk,
and that's what really bothered me about it. I felt like Sam Wilson Captain America deserved so much more. That's why I'm upset about it. Not because it's a bad movie per se, but because they shoehorned him into something that he should not have been involved in my perspective, like in my opinion. Like I just don't feel like it was confident enough to give him his own movie. That's what bothered me. It's like, I don't expect this version of Captain America to be out there punching Nazis, right? That was Steve Rogers, right? Like that was his whole thing. I don't expect him to be saving the world. I don't expect any of this. He's essentially a street level Captain America at this point, right? Like, because no super serum, he's a badass, but he's not like he's not Steve Rogers. So I don't expect like that kind of story from him, but like you can still do this really cool espionage type thing without having to throw other things at it, without having to make it make sense with these other characters in this other part of the world. Give them something new, something fresh. And the MCU they were so like confident in themselves in the early phases that they were doing new things, doing new ideas, starting these whole new things. Like now they're just kind of going back to the well and saying, this might work. Let's try this because we remember these guys. That's what bothers me about it, is they're not taking any risks anymore. They're not willing to push the envelope a little bit more and do something different, do something unique, do something that we weren't expecting. Instead, they kind of, I guess by making a sequel to The Incredible Hulk, we weren't really expecting that. So I guess that's what we weren't expecting.
They kind of forgot the main ingredient, right?
Yeah, like it just I don't know. Like Christian, I get what you're saying. I don't think it's a bad movie, but like that's what bothers me.
I get what you're saying too. Like
I get you. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm with you on that too, because I think like Sam's Cap, I guess, doesn't have like this iconic villain.
No, he doesn't.
You know
I get that.
Because I think because he's so like contemporary and so new, or it's either that or like if he does, like I don't want to assume, but maybe if he does, like it's not. I think this was something, if we're gonna bring in Harrison Ford, then let's make the most of it, or I guess.
Yeah.
It wasn't perfect, but here's the thing. It's kind of also obvious from like the advertising and across the board that like even Disney was like, okay, like we got this movie coming and it's cool, but we've got the Fantastic Four and we've got Thunderbolts and we've got Daredevil. Like they seem way more excited and like they believe in those projects a hell of a lot more than they did with this. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, let's just squeak this out really quick. But in March, Daredevil's coming and you guys are going to love it. Like I even heard they greenlit. They're already like in pre-production for season 2.
Oh yeah.
Season 1 hasn't even dropped. So yeah, and I don't know if like the whole thing with the Hulk sequel has anything to do with like the Thunderbolts Asterix movie,
It could, absolutely.
So like and that's I think I hate when they do that because they're forcing like movies to have to like lead into another movie, and that always kind of feels a little icky when they do that. So but
Ross.
I still like there was a lot of stuff. The stuff with like him and Joaquin, I thought I really enjoyed. Like
I like Joaquin,
the stuff with Isaiah was great. Like the relationship between like the three of them was like I liked it. Mm-hmm. And then there was a lot of like basically I liked all the scenes with Harrison Ford. It was just kind of cool.
Harrison Ford's great.
He had I think he had more to work with than Anthony Mackie did.
He did.
Absolutely. Because that was a lot of like, he had a thin line to toe. So, but yeah, I recommend it. I mean, if you're this invested into the MCU already, you got to see it, of course. It's not like top tier MCU, but I'm still looking forward to more stuff with Sam, and I'm looking 100% like the rest of the MCU this year. So
absolutely. Well, yeah, I'm very excited for Thunderbolts, to be honest. Like, I think this looks like a lot of fun. I think Fantastic Four, obviously, going to be great.
Speaking of MCU, and I don't want to interrupt, but have any of you guys been watching Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man?
Not yet. No, it's been on my list.
I was like kind of hesitant about it. There was some stuff that came out right before the season started. I like at midnight I'm watching. I love it. Like I love it. The animation's kind of stiff. It's like just like with like What If, like it's that weird 3D kind of but it definitely has that like kind of like Kirby what's his name? Oh my god. But it has that like classic like 60s
I love that.
Like look to all the character designs. It's beautiful. I like all of the little like changes and nods that they do, and like it's really cool like how they kind of jump between like storylines. I would kind of recommend it. It's especially like if you're really familiar with like what the MCU has been doing with Peter, like it's kind of fun to see like this slightly different take on everything. But yeah, it's fun. I'm excited because tonight we get 3 more episodes. So
nice. Have you guys watched Creature Commandos?
Oh yeah,
not yet.
I love Creature. Man, we finished it. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, I gotta do that next. I have like too many things on the list. I'm about to start. Oh my god, it's on Apple Plus with Adam Scott.
Oh, Severance. I've not watched Severance. Yeah, I want to watch that. I want to watch Shrinking. Shrinking's on Apple TV Plus too with Harrison Ford and Jason Segel.
Invincible just came back.
Oh yeah, the new season came.
Oh, what?
Invincible.
Oh yeah, haven't watched that.
I know. I haven't seen it since season 1.
What did I finished Cobra Kai like in a day? The last 5 episodes.
We're so behind on that. Like I think we're like at the beginning of we were watching it regularly when it came out, and then I think how many seasons are there now?
6.
This was 6. Yeah.
I think we ended on we watched season 3, and I don't think we've gone back.
Do I need to watch all of that to watch the new movie?
The new movie. I don't know about that. What if it ties in the one with
Legacy?
And Rock
I don't know if you do or not, but I mean,
I haven't seen any of the show, but that movie looks awesome.
Dude, watch that show. It's so great because it makes Johnny the main character. You know, like Johnny.
Yeah, that's a great show. Yeah, when we saw it, I loved it. I loved it. Absolutely.
Daniel will forever be known as La Pusso, thanks to Johnny.
So last night I finally sat down and watched Wicked.
I
loved it.
God, I love Wicked, dude.
It was so good. I like was crying like a baby at the end.
I love Wicked.
Cynthia Erivo, oh my god! But Ariana, hilarious. Like I was cracking up. Like she was just like cracking.
I did not
little things.
I did not. Oh yeah, she's like absolutely fantastic in that movie. But I didn't realize that this is her first movie.
Like also, yeah, kind of like a yeah.
That blows my mind.
So great, good for her.
I
know she has like her past in like the TV show, but it was like
she did a lot of TV stuff. But when I found out this was like her her theatrical like
her comedic timing is just
she's fantastic.
Man, she's great.
Yeah,
but yeah, it was a good cast. Like it was, I knew nothing about the story, so this is all like brand new to me.
I'm excited for the second one.
Yeah. Oh God, melted me. It was so good.
What about have you guys watched American Primevals?
Not yet.
Dude.
What is that on?
Was it Netflix?
Oh, Netflix, yeah.
Netflix, yeah.
Okay.
Is it directed by Peter Berg?
Written
and directed by Peter Berg, yeah.
It looks good. West look like hell on earth, pretty much.
Probably was. I'm pretty sure it was. But yeah, let's talk about Jurassic World Rebirth.
Yes.
So before I get a little too, I'm just an old man mode tonight, so I got a lot to say about it.
Jurassic mode here.
But first, let's go through. So let's be honest. I know we love dinosaurs. We love all these things.
Yes.
What do we think about this trailer? Are you excited for this? Okay, so I'm a sucker. I'm going to go see it no matter what. But are you excited to see it, or is it one of those things where it's like, I'll go see it because it's a Jurassic World movie? That's where I'm at. But anyways, go ahead.
No, I was a little worried, but because I saw the first teaser trailer, a couple of months back, and really didn't show that much. But of course, I was going to see it because Jurassic Park and Scarlett Johansson.
Well, yeah, of course.
Of course. So, but then this new trailer, like, damn, that water scene with the 3 Spinosauruses circling the boat and the big mosasaur and the ones calling, I was like, oh shit. And then that where they catch a real quick flash of that like mutant dinosaur that's in that like containment unit where it's like all red.
Yeah.
And, you see this thing. It looks like it walks on 2 legs like a human and it has long arms, but it's like a mutant T-Rex. And I had seen concepts of that like before the first Jurassic World came out because they had thought about using that at first before we got Indominus Rex. So if they're working that But the one thing I'm really excited to see in there is they're finally doing the T-Rex scene where he's chasing them down the river.
Yeah.
It's not going to be Alan Grant this time, but
they did from the original novel,
because they said that scene was too scary. It would give people nightmares. Where they're on a raft trying to be quiet, and there's a sleeping T-Rex, and of course that being quiet doesn't work. This thing wakes up, and it's just where you see him following him down the river. So I want to see that scene in its entirety, like in the movie.
Yeah, Christian, what do you think?
I love Scarlett, and I'll watch anything with her. I love Mahershala Ali, and that alone was like, okay, this might be like a shift in a different direction slightly. That's what I was really hoping for. It feels a lot like kind of the same tone, a little bit, maybe like less. I don't know. I think I haven't seen the last couple of Jurassic movies, so I saw the first one with Chris Pratt, and I haven't seen like the other two. So, I love a good dinosaur movie, but yeah, it's just, I don't know. I haven't gotten around to watching it. It has like Fast and Furious energy.
Yes.
So like, okay. Also, I can't take credit for this. So Straw Hat Goofy, shout out. Juju, you're awesome. But he was like, dude, they should just do a crossover. Like that would be the funniest thing to like the Fast and Furious crew have to like go get some DNA from another island that they found. And because it's all Universal anyway. They could if they wanted to, that would be hilarious. It's not like the tones are very different anyway. It's like they both, I feel like, jumped the shark a long time ago. You know what I mean? So I'll still watch it. Like the effects look awesome. Those action scenes look crazy. But yeah, it just feels like some more of the same. Again, just with new players on the board. So
I like the fact that it's back on an island.
Yeah.
Like, when you're chasing dinosaurs through Prague, the city of Prague on motorcycles, it got a little. Is that where? Oh, remember the last one? The was it
Dominion
or something?
Well, Dominion was the very last one. That's the one where the whole original cast came back. Which
that's like the equivalent of putting Tyrese and Ludacris in space. Like,
this one, it's back on the island, so I'm hoping like, okay, cool.
I think so reading reports and everything early on, even the writer was talking about how they were going to go back to the original kind of vibe of Jurassic Park. I did not get that at all from this trailer. Like, not at all. It felt very much like in the Jurassic World franchise, where it's all kind of, it's a little bit more kind of, I don't know what word to use, but it's a little brighter, I guess, and not as dark, not as dreary, not as, ominous, right? Like, it's not this survival horror type thing anymore. It's like these paramilitary guys go in there just trying to get DNA, and there's probably going to be an opposing paramilitary group that goes in there. They're trying to get something too, and then they're going to basically, it's going to be this whole thing. I already know how it's going to go down. But I just have, I'm so like, again, this is where the old man thing is coming in from, so I apologize. But I know we're never probably ever going back to practical effects. Like, practical effects are dead and gone. Watching this trailer, it just looked like watching a video game. Like, it looked like just a cartoon. Like, I don't know if it's just me and like my I'm just getting older, and I'm like, this just looks it looks bad. Like, it doesn't, like these dinosaurs, I don't believe that's a real dinosaur. You know what I mean? You watch the first like 2 Jurassic Park movies, those feel like dinosaurs. Like, they're like tangible, like they're right there. Like anything, even part 3 to an extent. Jurassic World used some practical effects, but after that, it just felt very like fake and like very cartoony, and like that's where I feel like that's where this is headed. Like you said, Christian, has very, very hard Fast and Furious energy. Like, it doesn't feel, it feels almost cartoonish in a way, to where it's not very exciting or interesting. You know what I mean? It just feels like more of the same.
Not to say that cartoonish can't be fun, because I also recently watched Godzilla versus Kong or whatever.
Oh, we watched that too. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, the whole time I'm like, this is stupid. By the end,
and this isn't to demean any of the artists, any of the people who are working on these movies at all. Right, I know it's hard work. I know it's like it's crazy what you guys do. Like, you guys do amazing things. It's not that. It's just, I miss the physicality of everything. I miss the idea of it just feeling real and grounded, right? Which again, we're going to see it. Like, we're going to enjoy it. We're going to go watch it. And it's going to be a good time, I'm sure. But I don't think there's going to be anything that's going to necessarily blow me away, if that makes sense. But, I wasn't a big fan of Dominion, the last one that came out. I thought it was a complete waste of the legacy characters. And I just think
they all came back.
Yeah, I just thought they did a horrible job with closing everything out. That's just my opinion, though. I just didn't really care much for it. But you liked it, Jason?
Which one? Dominion?
Dominion, the last one.
That was my least favorite of the new ones.
Oh, thank God.
I don't know, when they were chasing them on motorcycles and those raptors that lady, that villain that you don't care about releases them, and like they're chasing them through like some town in Europe, and I'm like,
that was ridiculous.
Yeah, this is a bit much. Like
Fallen Kingdom I thought was cool because it really did. That one was probably the closest vibe to the original Jurassic Park, because it was basically like a haunted house movie, because they were in the mansion, remember, and they were auctioning off the dinosaurs and everything.
I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I like that. Like, that was actually really interesting idea. And it wasn't the whole movie, but a good chunk of it was based in that mansion where they were auctioning off the dinosaurs to all the rich people. And one of the dinosaurs one of the raptors gets loose, and they're basically like hiding from it in all these different rooms and stuff. I thought that was really cool. Like, I was all right. Raptor. Well, yeah, that guy. That was terrifying. That was actually scary. Like, when they were like, he was right outside the door and everything. Like, that's what I want more of. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Like you said, ScarJo, Mahershala Ali, they're fantastic. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Again, we're going to be there, right? Like, it's not. We're going to go watch it.
Was it Jurassic World? I think I saw that one, like the first Jurassic World.
Jurassic World was fun.
Opening weekend, I saw it Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday.
I don't blame you. That's a fun movie. The first Jurassic World movie, I like that one.
Yeah, that one was sweet.
So we also got a new trailer for How to Train Your Dragon. So I am I just going to be old man this episode? I don't know. The original is like one of my all-time favorite. Like, the original like animated series is one of my all-time favorite animated series ever. Specifically, non-Disney animated movies. It's at the top of the list. This movie just looks like just the first one, but in live action. And I know that's the point, but it's also doesn't make any sense.
If it's shot for shot, what's
exactly?
Yeah, if you know exactly, like we'll see at the end if Toothless spits that fireball into that big dragon and it blows up, then you know it was shot for shot.
I think they did a good job. Like, I think Toothless looks great. Like, he looks like Toothless, like Toothless should look. At least they didn't try to go like super, like, I know I just talked about cartoony, but when you're making a movie like this, like, Toothless has to be very expressive. And I think it's directed by Dean DuBois, who did the original. So I'm excited for that. Who did the anime? I think this is his live action debut, maybe. I think I could be wrong. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm just on the boat of what's the point? I'm a sucker. I'm going to go see it anyways, but what's the point? What do you guys think?
I'm going to see it for sure. Like, I saw the trailer. I was like, this is just basically like how the original, but it looks great. Like as a live action movie.
It does look great.
It does look good. It looks good. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't see the necessity of its existence. I feel this way about all the Disney live action stuff. It's weird that DreamWorks is following suit. Like, what are they going to do? Shark's Tale live action now too? Like, right, and like Kung Fu Panda live action. Like, come on.
Gosh.
I don't see. It's such a cash grab, and it's so funny because of the comments. Like, you see it, it's like, oh, they should animate this. This would be a great animated.
Oh my gosh,
it's hilarious. I still to this day haven't seen like a lot of the Disney live action stuff. I haven't seen Lion King. I started to try to watch Lion King, and Beyonce's voice just took me out. I love Beyonce. Don't get me wrong, Beehive, whatever. But like, as an actor, like.
She's not it.
Oof.
I know people are going to come after me for this, but my favorite Disney live action remake is Aladdin.
I haven't seen that one yet. I heard you're not the only one.
Will Smith, right?
Yeah, I think that one actually kind of justified its existence a little bit. It just kind of did something. It didn't stray too far from the source material, but it also kind of did its own thing, which I thought was
I liked
Cinderella.
Cool. I really like.
Oh, Cinderella, yes. Cinderella was fantastic.
Yeah. I like the
Jungle Book. The Jon Favreau, yeah, that was good. I want to see them do opposite. I want to see them turn live action movie into animated. Imagine doing like a John Wick animated movie with like a little mouse as John Wick and like basically like Zootopia style, but like have it be like John Wick. I'm down with that.
Bloody.
What's that?
Super bloody.
Super bloody. Gosh, that would be fantastic. I'd be cool with that. But yeah, let us know what you guys think. I'm very curious what you guys think about what you guys thought about Captain America: Brave New World, the How to Train Your Dragon trailer, and the new Jurassic World Rebirth movie. Before we start wrapping things up here soon, I'm sure we all watched the Super Bowl. What were your guys' thoughts about just kind of the whole show? But specifically, I know Christian loved the halftime show. It's Kendrick. And I thought it was one of the greatest moments in TV already this year. Like, I feel like it's going to be at the top of my list at the end of the year. It absolutely can't not be. What do you guys think about the halftime show? What do you guys think about the game? Were you guys involved in the game or interested in the game at all? Was it either of the teams you guys were rooting for?
I was watching a fight and the football game broke out. Actually, I was down and a football game broke out. I never seen such an ass whooping. It reminded me of that Seattle-Denver Super Bowl. I loved every bit of it because I hated Denver then and I hate the Chiefs now. So it was a win-win for me.
I couldn't care less about the game. I just don't care about Kansas City. I'm glad the Eagles took it and like demolished them, like prevented that repeat from happening. But yeah, I just tuned in for the halftime show. I was just like waiting. I was like watching people's lives on TikTok that were at the game, trying to like see if I can. And then it was fantastic. Kendrick did not disappoint. I think especially for like Kendrick fans that have been following, especially just even for just the last year. If you're a fan of like GNX, because he played a lot of like the more recent stuff. That was really cool to see. It was a whole thing. I'm sure by now you've seen this like 1,000 times on social media, like all the breakdowns of like all the like double, triple, quadruple entendres, like all of like, which Kendrick is so like, good about doing. So it's just funny, like how many different takeaways there are from the halftime show. Like a big part of it's like, what kind of pants was he wearing though? Like,
oh my gosh, that's been a
which is hilarious. But yeah, I think like it's even till this day, I'm still seeing people like unearthing like meetings and like secret meetings behind like little things of like, if you count how many people were wearing white, that represents there's 16 of them and they all represent. It's like, wow, dude, like people.
That's a little much.
I know.
I know. Yeah, what SZA and Serena Williams, which is a direct jab, like stick the fork in Drake and just twist it.
So as soon as Serena's like, everyone's like, is that Serena? Like, that's my girl Serena. It was so funny. You can see people's reactions too. Also, shout out to SZA. SZA, I usually like every now and then I wear my Born and Raised hat. I love Born and Raised. They're like, a local clothing brand from Venice, California. And SZA was repping, man. She was wearing her, like it was a one for one, like Born and Raised jacket that she was wearing. So that was like really cool to see her rep that. But yeah, it was like a really good show. I like the direction that Jay-Z's been taking, like the halftime shows for the Super Bowl. I'm kind of curious, wondering where we're gonna go next year. I wonder if they're gonna just double down, or if they're gonna like, capitulate and like, okay, let's try to make everybody happy and like do like Billie Eilish or something like that.
No, I think next year might be Metallica because it's in San Francisco and that's where they're from.
Yeah, so that was one of the things because everybody's like, "Oh, New Orleans, it should be Lil Wayne," and like
Kendrick's a better rapper than him, though.
Yeah, thank God it wasn't Lil Wayne because if you guys have seen Lil Wayne perform live anytime recently,
he's garbage. He's
never.
I don't consider him a rapper because he can't rhyme.
It's crazy because some people consider him like one of like the greats, I'm not. I'm not. I like he has a couple of like. I don't know, a milli. Like I like that song. That song's fun, but it's like just kind of fun, empty. You know what I mean? Like we would have never gotten anything like this from like literally anybody else, like with this much like meaning, and culture behind it. So, yeah, Metallica would be cool. I'd be happy to see Metallica. Yeah, we'll see. So
Absolutely.
San Francisco.
We'll see. Did either any of you guys
favorite halftime show like of Super Bowls?
What was that?
What was your least favorite halftime show?
Maroon 5.
Maroon 5?
That was the worst. Yeah.
I thought the Who was pretty boring too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of.
Yeah, I hated the Maroon 5 one. I was embarrassed. It was like secondhand embarrassment watching that whole thing. It was like, God,
well, we have the older Wayans brothers to thank for Super Bowls being what they are today.
Is that right? Is that
because they started in living color, and back in the early '90s was that Redskins Bills Super Bowl. Back then, the halftime show was Disney on Ice with a bunch of junior high girl drill teams and stuff, and then everybody was turning the channel and tuning into the halftime special for In Living Color, and then so the NFL thought shit, and that happened 2 years in a row.
So they put on MJ.
Yeah, so that's when they brought out Michael Jackson, and Super Bowl shows have never been the same. They had to, you know.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Kendrick was awesome. I put it up there with like Prince. Like Prince is still my favorite.
Yeah.
It was like too perfect for it to start raining during Purple Rain. Like,
that was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You couldn't plan that. Also Dr. Dre and that was awesome. Kendrick was there too.
He was in that one.
Paul McCartney was really good.
I like the Tom Petty one when it was that Perfect Season Patriots. And just him singing "I Won't Back Down" for some reason, and then the Giants come and whoop their ass at the end. I was like, it was fitting.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah,
that was good.
Just real quick, did you guys catch any of the SNL 50 stuff this weekend?
I did.
You did. Yeah, so we're in the middle of the big show right now. the actual episode that they did.
Nice.
Not the music one.
I haven't seen all of it. Oh, that was awesome too, by the way.
I know. We
Will Ferrell and Anna Gasteyer, like I posted like their little doche.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
Oh man. So yeah, we're in the middle watching it right now. So
I don't know.
Happy birthday, SNL.
Yes, happy birthday.
Years.
Thank you for all the laughs. I know I shouldn't bring it up, but yeah, there was a little thing at the beginning when they were like Tina and Amy were like, and they had like a bunch of celebrities in the crowd.
Yep.
There was a little part of that where I was like, ugh.
Oh, I know. If it's, it
was like a little awkward. And then when you play it back, you can see people in the crowd, like Kevin Costner's like,
yeah. Let's just, it's that whole thing's kind of a bummer. We could have talked about that too, because that's wild. Like
I don't want to I know a little bit about it and I kind of try to ignore
it. I went down the whole rabbit hole. I read the court records and everything. Like he released them online. Like I've read there's 200 pages. It's insane of just all the stuff. He has all the evidence, the text messages, everything. Like I have my line, and unfortunately it's really, really, really made me look at someone that I really, really, really loved for a very, very long time in a completely different light, which kind of sucks because I absolutely. What's that?
You can tell Sony, because I think Sony was asking Lauren for a favor, hey, can you help us? It felt out of place for them to be there. You see everybody
100%.
Steven Spielberg and Kevin Costner and then them. It's
100%. Yeah. But yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, let us know if you guys watched SNL 50. Let us know what you guys thought. Anyways, that's our show, everyone. Thank you all for checking out the show. It's very exciting to be back every other week. We'll be back here. We'll be talking about all this stuff, a bunch of random stuff, movies coming out. This weekend, we got The Monkeys coming out, which I'm very, very, very excited to go watch The Monkey. That's at the top of my list. That movie just looks crazy. I know. It looks insane. I'm also going to go watch there's a third Paddington movie out that nobody's talking about.
There is. Yeah, right.
There is. Yeah. Paddington in Peru. Hopefully we're going to go check that out. It's been out in the UK since November. I hate that they do that. But that's finally out here on the States. It actually came out this past weekend. So we're going to go check that out. So let us know what y'all have been watching. Let us know what you guys have been checking out. So before we wrap up, I do want to say something real quick, and we're not going to get political. But I have to say this. Pastrami Nation, specifically the Pastrami Nation podcast, but Pastrami Nation as a whole, we welcome everybody. We are an all-inclusive 100%, unless you're an asshole. Like if you're an asshole, get out. Like we don't, that's just it. But we welcome everybody, no matter what walk of life you're from, your whatever the case may be, your sexuality, your gender, everything. Like it doesn't matter. You're all welcome here. You're all always welcome to hang out with us and chat with us and just be part of our family, because we care about you. We care about, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. It's very scary. But just not much we can say other than, hang in there, right? Like you can't. It's just
ban us off the air,
right? Like it's just I just had to say that because I need everybody to know. We need everybody to know that we're here for you. Like we hope that we can bring at least a little bit of joy into your lives. We hope that you could come and chat with us and hang out with us and nerd out with us and hopefully. Just remember that we love you all. You are important. You belong here. You belong like you're a human being. Like you belong on earth. Like you're special. You mean a lot to all of us. So just remember that. And that's just something I just had to say. We love you guys. We love you all. So don't think you're less than. Don't think anything. Like you belong here, and you belong on this earth, and you belong with us here. So don't forget that. We're always here for you, Pastrami Nation, and you're always welcome here. So, anyways, I just want to say that I hope you all are doing okay, taking care of yourselves and taking care of each other, because that's what we need to be doing right now. Yeah, you could find us, I gotta do some like plugs, shameless plugs, pastramination.com. Check out Pastrami Nation on all socials. Check out Pastrami Nation on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, all those places. You can find me, Kevin Hoskinson, Kevin_Hoskinson on all those places as well. Christian, what's your handle?
Christian Nakorda, no spaces. And let's find me on socials. Let's draw.
Let's all find some joy in this world. Jason, they can find you, Jason Smith. Just Google Jason Smith. You'll find him. You're the only one there.
One of a kind.
One of a kind. So thank you all for checking out the show. Thank you all for joining us tonight. We really, really appreciate every single one of y'all. And we will see you guys next week. See you guys later. Bye-bye.
Take care, guys.